Alright, so today's food video is a recipe that I found in Prison Ramen. Now, I actually bought this book as a gift for somebody else, but there are some good recipes in here. Or, there are some interesting recipes in here. In fact, there is a recipe from Guns N' Roses Slash. There is a recipe from Shia LaBeouf.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
And his recipe is basically ramen egg salad sandwich, so, no. And there are a couple by Danny Trejo. And the recipe that I decided to do is one of his. It is called the Trejo Machete Ramen. And this cookbook is actually pretty interesting. Oh, by the way, it has a foreword from Samuel L. Jackson, so that's a thing. But, the recipes are accompanied with a story from the people that have submitted the recipes. Here is the first one of Danny Trejo's. It is called Breaking Bread. My fondest memories, if you can call them that, of being incarcerated were the weekends. We'd get a bunch of guys together and lay out a spread. Just breaking bread with friends. We'd get whatever we could scrape up. Ramen, chili, popcorn, even hard-boiled eggs. It was like a potluck or picnic, but prison style. The weekend spreads helped soothe the disappointment of not getting a visit. No matter how tough you look, when it's visiting day and you know you're getting no one, it's hard. You think about all the people who would have visited you if you were... You think about all the people who would have visited you if you weren't a 3-time loser. Back when I was in juvenile hall, my mom, dad, sister, brother, and everybody would come visit. When I hit youth authority, visits got thinner. In the pen, my mom was the only one who would write to me. The weekend spreads helped me think, that's not important. This is important. My friends, my camaraderie, my camaradas, whatever, were important to me. I knew my family wasn't going to visit, but I'd have a family feeling with my homeboys. And the reason I chose Danny Trejo's recipe is, well, actually there's 2 reasons. Well, 3 reasons. First and foremost is the obvious, Danny Trejo is awesome. Duh. Second is, it could help with the SEO, so hell yeah. And third, because Danny Trejo actually does have a chain of restaurants. So I feel like he probably knows what he's talking about. Now, it may be a little confusing to some. It's like, what's the connection between prison and ramen? Well, ramen is actually readily available in the commissary, and when locked up, people have found some interesting recipes. Okay, so first, let's go down the list of ingredients. We're going to need 2 packs of chili top ramen, 1 cup of cooked sausage, 3 jalapenos, mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon mayonnaise. I'm using veganese here because, I don't know, 2 4-ounce bags of corn nuts, any flavor, 1/2 onion. I got a small onion. I'm just gonna chop it all up. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are not in season, so I just went ahead and got a can of diced tomatoes. It says the recipe calls for Tabasco, but I could not find it at Winco. 2 tablespoons of spray cheese, small bag of Doritos, any flavor. This is slightly larger than what we need. I'm just going to use 2/3 of it. Let's start by chopping up the onion and jalapeno. I'm going to dice up the onion as I showed in my How to Dice an Onion video. And I will then dice up all the jalapeno. Now, when chopping up jalapeno, you want to wear gloves, because if you don't, the next time you go to the bathroom is going to be very painful.
Oh my God! We're having a fire! Oh, the burning!
And although the recipe does not call for it, I am going to saute the jalapenos and onions together. This is just personal preference. And last time I was sauteing in an episode, I kept calling it searing, and oh my god, I am a freaking idiot. But yeah, I go ahead and saute this, and when it's getting near done, I throw in some garlic. The recipe does not call for it, but garlic makes everything better, right? And then I let it stew with tomatoes for a little bit. The ramen and sausage is being cooked up off screen because I really don't need to show how to cook those, I don't think. Just doing crumbled sausage and you're boiling some ramen. I mix together the corn nuts and Doritos and try to crunch them up with a rolling pin, but it doesn't exactly go according to plan. I do get them crunched up a bit, but not as thorough as I personally would like. The recipe does not call for this either. This is personal preference. Now let's mix together all the ingredients. In the bowl, I have about 2 tablespoons of spray cheese. I add a tablespoon of mayonnaise, a dash of hot sauce, chili powder, both packets. I then add the crumbled up Doritos and corn nuts, and mix it up thoroughly. Next, I add in the tomato, onion, and jalapeno, and once again, mix thoroughly. Once that is mixed up evenly, I then add in the top ramen, and once more, mix until thoroughly mix, and once more, I thoroughly mix it through. And now let's get to plating it.
Alright, so this Trejo Machete Ramen is all complete and plated up. I already got rid of the garnish because it kind of wasn't working. I'm eating it with a spoon because I eat everything with, or I never eat things with a proper utensil. I eat ice cream with forks. But let's try this out. I really don't eat jalapenos, so part of me's a little scared. Alright. Yeah! I like this. I should have probably... I'm talking with my mouth full again. I probably should have got some of the chile limon corn nuts instead of the plain. But I was honestly a little worried about how spicy this is going to be, having 3 jalapenos, 2 packs of chili powder, the top ramen chili powder, and a little bit of the hot sauce. But if anything, this is not spicy. Yes, there's a kick, but it's not bad.
So that was Trejo's Machete Ramen. It was pretty dang good. Like I said, there are definitely some things that I would do different. I might go with the spicy nacho Doritos, the chile limon, corn nuts, and I actually think chorizo would actually go very good in this. So next time I do this recipe, because I do believe there will be a next time, I'm going to experiment around with this. Maybe we'll get a follow-up video. Or maybe I won't milk it. Who knows? But, thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this one, like, comment, subscribe. And take care. Remember that you are valid, everyone. Bye-bye.
Hank! It's salmon! They put salmon in the fish tacos, Hank!
Oh, no, not the fish tacos.